Hi, CP Algebra 1. This video goes along with the sheet that you can use on your quiz. So you need to watch this, put whatever notes you want on this, and hopefully it helps you. Being this chapter has been broken up over, like 4 weeks between winter break and then the long weekend we had last week. So first thing we want to do, we're going to solve by graphing. So we realize our y-intercept is going to be 0, 5. So go ahead and put a dot right there. And then I have a slope of -2 over 1. So I'm going to go down 2, right 1. And the best you can, try and draw a straight line between those points. Go ahead and take a look at the second one. The second one has a y-intercept of 0, -9, which is down here. And we have a slope of 5 over 1. So you go up 5, 2, 3, 4, 5, right 1. And you might want to take it one more just because it's kind of far. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, right 1. If you have those 3 points, that might be good. Sometimes it's better to go with 1 extra point. And it looks like our solution should be 2, 1. This is our solution or our answer. Now you might want to double check to make sure you have it correct, because sometimes our graphing isn't the best. So realize that's an x and a y, and we're going to plug, when we plug those in, we'll plug it in here and here. So I'm going to get 1 equals -2 times 2 plus 5. So 1 equals -4 plus 5. That gives us 1 equals 1, which is great. That verifies that it's on this line. You need to plug it into the other one as well. And this, you don't have to double check, but it's always good because if you made a slight error, you can make some corrections and get the points for the problem. This is going to be 1 equals 5 times 2 minus 9. So that's 1 equals 10 minus 9. So 1 equals 1. So it does check. So our answer is 2, 1. Please don't confuse this double checking here and here as something that would mean it has infinite solutions. This just means I'm plugging the point in to verify that it is correct. The next one, we want to use substitution to solve this problem. So first thing I want to look at is, do I have an x or a y value all by itself? And the answer is yes. I know that x is equal to this. So I'm going to plug that x value into right there. That's going to give me -3 that used to be an x plus y equals 7. Well, our x was right here, but now I'm going to plug y minus 1 in. Be sure you distribute over the parentheses if you need to. So -3 times y is -3y, -3 times -1 is +3, and then I have plus y equals 7. Both of these are like terms. Remember, that's a 1y, so -3y plus 1y is -2y plus 3 equals 7. And then subtract 3 from both sides. Those cancel, so -2y is equal to 4. Divide both sides by -2. 4 divided by -2 is -2. You're not quite done. You know that, remember, this has to be an x and a y value. So I need to take my y value, this right here, and I can plug it into either of my y's. I can plug it in here or plug it in here. Doesn't matter which equation you choose, it'll be the same answer. Sometimes one of the problems makes it simpler because, look, we're looking for an x value, and this happens to be x equals. So I'm going to plug it into my second equation. So I'm going to get this. So -2 minus 1 is -3. And there's my answer. Again, please make sure you write down anything you need to write down. You can do this in color, so your eyes can catch to do different things to this problem. The last problem is our substitution method. Now on our quiz, we're not going to give you any of them where you would have to multiply both equations by a number to get it to cancel out. Some of them might be set up to where you can just add them directly and something will cancel out. Sometimes you might have to multiply one of the equations, either the top or the bottom, by a number. So on this particular problem, if I add these together, I'm going to get 8x here, and I'd get plus 12y here, equals 52. That didn't work. So then I have to think about what I want to get rid of.
Send us some good memes.
Sorry, I had to take a pause. So I'm going to go back and talk about it. This is going to be, we're not using substitution. This should be elimination. I'm sorry. Elimination. So the first thing we have to look at is, are the x and y on the same side of the equal sign? The answer is yes here. Both x and y are on the left side of the equal sign for both of our equations. So I have to now think, okay, what should I get rid of? Should I get rid of the x's or should I get rid of the y's? And it becomes your choice. I often would look at this and saying I have positive x's and I have a positive and a negative y, so perhaps I could get rid of the y. So I'm going to choose to get rid of y, and I'm going to multiply this whole bottom equation by 5x. The top equation does not get affected by this. And then the bottom equation, I'm going to distribute 5 to each of those. So I'm going to get 5 times x, which is 5x. 5 times negative 3y is negative 15y. And then 5 times 20 is 100. And when I add these together, 7x plus 5x would be 12x. These cancel each other out. And then 32 plus 100 is 132. Divide both sides by 12. So on a calculator, go 132 divided by 12, and you'll find out that your x value is 11. Okay, that's only part of the answer. We need to find the y value now. Okay, so I'm going to take this x value, this 11, and I'm going to plug it in either here to this x or this x here. It'll be the same answer on either one, so you choose which one you want to use. I'm going to choose to use the bottom equation, which was just this. I'm using the original equation, not the modified. So I'm going to take where this x is, I'm going to plug 11 in, and then I'm going to go ahead and solve it. Those cancel out, so I get the negative 3y equals 20 minus 11 is 9, divided each side by negative 3. So we find that y equals 9 divided by negative 3 is negative 3. And our answer is 11, comma, negative 3. The last things I want to talk about is if x and y cancel out using substitution or elimination, and our answer happens to come out to, so once we've worked it out, we wind up getting an answer of 2 equals 5, or it can be any two numbers equal to each other that aren't the same. If this gives a false statement, then we would have no solution. And remember, no solution could be that, or you could just write out no solution. It's your choice. The other situation that could take place if the x and y fall out after you've done the work and you get a true statement. So in my case, I'm using an example of negative 4 equals negative 4. This is a true statement. We could have any two numbers equal to each other. So 10 equals 10, or 16 equals 16, or 0 equals 0. Then we have infinite solutions. So you could write that, or you could write all numbers or all real numbers or something like that. It's your choice. I tell my kids to go ahead and use the infinite. So on this sheet, make sure you have everything written down that you need, and you can use that on the quiz. I hope you have a nice day.